Renard.
What's up, my people? Welcome to the Sn95 Power channel. This is probably the last dance for this car. Last dance, what I mean, for this car, for being able to take this car out and enjoy it for the rest of this year. It's a perfect day out here, mid 70s. Gassed up. I softened up the shocks in the rear. Not much else done. So we'll see about softening up these shocks if they help the 60 foot. We'll see if the warmer weather helps the traction a little bit. I did not play around with the tire pressure. Only thing I did was just adjust the shock in the rear. All right, so I have the boost controller off because with it on, it just spins the tires too much. It just hits too hard once it gets into its boost range. So we got that turned off. We'll see how I can play around launching it. But it's just nice to have the car out today and be able to drive it. So I really think I'm going to go Holly next year with this car. Now I gotta do a Holley Terminator Max because I have a 4i70W. I do not want to run a manual valve body. Oh man, this truck is killing me. I thought he was gonna turn. I don't want to run a manual valve body, so I have to go with the Max. I know people, even a couple of my friends, Ken of Shine, he's lobbied me to go manual with this car. And honestly, what I do with this car, it will probably work out for just cruising around and playing with it a little bit. I don't seriously race this car. But if there was ever a chance I did want to run this car, I would just slow it down on the street or at the track with a manual transmission, because I can't shift better than it's automatic at my skill level. Like, I'll be a big enough man and say that. Everything looks good. We're just gonna try to walk it. Just trying to walk this car out here, that pool. I didn't get any tire spin, so this next pull I'll try to whatchamacallit, foot brake it and see what we can do. I really just don't think I'm gonna get much better than what the car is doing right now. Yeah, it's about time to put it up. It's been fun. Like, I'm just so happy that we figured out a lot of the issues that's been nagging us. for these last couple of years. So yeah, I think this is we have Chicago Mustang Club season closer. We have that Sunday. If the weather cooperates, I'll definitely take the car there. But as far as performance, I think we're leaving on a high note. The car is doing what I'm asking it to do, is going wide open throttle. Even with these Niddles 555Rs, it's still spinning, but it's manageable. I think I might drop down to a 327 next year. I think I'll go 327 just to try to help coming out of the hole. As far as traction is concerned, I mean, it's already a 28-inch tall tire, so that's already cutting that gear ratio down. So maybe I'll go with a, like I say, a 327. So we can do one more pull. I think the best 60 foot is a 2.1. Maybe I won't try to rev the car as high this time. Maybe I'll try launching it at 2K. See how she likes that. But for what I'm asking this car to do, you know, I can't complain. Not bad for a garage build. You know, my man Woody at Four Strokers gave me the specs on how to build it. I sourced the parts from him. I sourced all the parts from him, but I assembled this thing in my garage. So to the house, we'll wrap this up, but don't take off yet. Before you leave, I would hope that you would hang around to the end of this video, but if you gotta go, make sure you hit the subscribe button, tell a couple of people about the channel. End this, I want y'all to go down in the comments and tell me what would you do if you were in my situation. This is a 90% street car, 10% track car. Am I being a little bit too obsessive about 60 foot or even track times? You know, by this just really being like a 10% track car. You know I have some hardcore racers out there, whether at the track or at the street. And I know you're about that life, but you know, I say at this point in my life, I'm not about that lifestyle. So am I going a little bit too obsessive with this? I have to say, like, if the car can plant the power, you know, on the street, it will, you know, do its business. But, you know, I think sometimes we just get too caught in numbers, and I think that's where I'm starting to go down that little rabbit hole of, you know, trying to chase a number that's really irrelevant, you know, on the street. So for what I do, but like I say, to each his own. So leave a comment down below and tell me what would you do. I have to say, there's going into next year, there's this thing I want to do with this car, or this next season of this car, is I want to do what I would call the ultimate Sn95 build. And pretty much that's going to concentrate on comfort, technology, and power. So from the power standpoint, I'm pretty good, you know, with the adjustable boost controller, aftermarket block, you know, I really don't, I have a limit to what kind of power output that I could put on this motor, but it's, that cap is well higher than what I would ever feel comfortable pushing. So power-wise, I have to put the aftermarket fuel rails back on because I took those off when I was troubleshooting. Extended mass airflow range if I don't go Holley. The Holley kind of goes into the technology part of it. Music, gosh, you know, give me some tips on, you know, some technological things that y'all would do to this car. You know, we have the AC, we have, you know, I want to get as much creature comforts in this car as possible. And that kind of, you know, technology, comfort, and that can kind of intertwine, you know. When I say that, I mean air ride or static. So we'll get more into that at a later date. But I'm just kind of curious of what you would do to your Sn95. Because honestly, we all kind of have, there's nothing new under the sun with this platform. So in some form or fashion, we all have the same kind of minds on these cars. You know, we have them lowered, coilovers, boosted, or cubic inches. So, you know, there's nothing new under the sun when it comes to these cars as far as modifications. So leave a comment down below and tell me, give me some suggestions. I'm kind of curious to see or hear what the, I guess more see what the community has to say. Yeah, any comments you want to, you know, even the a-holes, like a-holes matters also on this platform. So I try my best to, you know, read all the comments and reply to all the comments. So leave a suggestion down below. Going into next year, I have to get this car to Ponies in the Smokies. It's crazy to think about that I'm already thinking about Ponies in the Smokies and the year isn't even over with yet. But in reality, Ponies in the Smokies is only 5 months away, and that's normally the kickoff event of the Mustang community for the new year is Ponies in the Smokies. So I've been down there for, gosh, 4 or 5 years now, and I've never taken this car. So I am taking this car no matter what, even if I have to push it to the parking spot in the convention center or at the convention center. One thing not that I'm being offered to have this car in the convention center, but even if somebody was to offer me to have the car in the convention center, I wouldn't do it because, you know, first of all, it's not a show car. And secondly, I would really want to get down there and experience, you know, hanging out with y'all and being able to cruise with, you know, fellow enthusiasts down there, you know, hit the tail of the dragon or go down by some of the other local spots, you know, the dam and all that stuff. So there's a lot to do down there at Ponies in the Smokies. And me personally, I just wouldn't want my car locked up in the convention center for the, you know, 3 or 4 days that you have to have it there. So yeah, we got to get this car ready for Ponies. There's nothing, you know, I have to go back to Mod Vitus. You know, a month ago, I had this huge list in my head of what I wanted to do with this car. I was going to pull the engine out. I was going to do all kind of stuff. And honestly, I just have to like slow down because actually for the last 4 years, I've never just let this car set when I put it up for the winter. I've always pulled something and ended up falling behind on the deadline because I took the car from a running condition and made it to an unrunnable condition and had to hurry up and try to get it back running. So this year, yeah, we're gonna do some stuff to fix some minor things, but no huge projects over the winter. Like, as much as I want to do some stuff, I'm just gonna be still and know. Project Kendra, we'll probably do more to Project Kendra than I'll do to this car. I'm not gonna do a power adder, but we are going to do some modifications to get Kendra a little bit quicker. And we'll be at English Dragway when the Ponies in the Smokies event is going on. We'll have this car at the track, So I have to get this car ready for track season next year, because I at least want to get this car to the track at least for serious, like full quarter mile pulls at least 3 times. Like I'll take this car to the track and, you know, maybe do what I'm doing here on the street right now is like 60-foot pulls or 8th mile pull, and I'll do that at the track maybe every weekend once I can get this car on the track. But full haul ass quarter mile pulls, I probably only do that maybe 3 times out of a season. But you know, that's the cool thing. Like I know some of y'all who have these show cars, and you know, you're a little apprehensive about going to the track. And honestly, it's the safest place that you can have fun with your car, because you know, you don't have to. What I guess one thing that, you know, we kind of do to ourselves is we think that if we go to the track, we have to have the fastest car there. And you know, that's an unrealistic goal unless, you know, you're that top dog out there. Honestly, go to the track and do a burnout, give it some, you know, some gas for a little bit and just coast. Or if you want to do a quarter mile or 8th mile, just do it. Don't worry about what people think about your ETs or your reaction time or nothing like that. Like the track is for your enjoyment. It's not for everybody else. So I would, you know, tell anybody, like if you really want to have fun with your car, take it to the track. You know, to each his own. Like even now, like, you know, the 60 to 130 events and stuff like that, the roll events, they're starting to, you know, incorporate that into the track. So a lot of stuff that you can do on the street, you can do at the track. So that's my goal. Primary goal for this car next year is to have it in a situation where every weekend, if I want to go to the track, I can take it to the track. And if it's just as simple as me just playing around trying to dial in a 60-foot, then I would do that. Or if I want to maybe pull it for an 8th mile, I would do that. But you know, I have my own personal goals that I would like to do with this car. But you know, if I take it to the track and I run a 12.5 in the quarter, like I wouldn't care, because I'm still having fun. I'm still out here, you know, doing something with the car outside of just letting it be a garage queen or a show car. But that's just me personally. Like y'all have your own thing, and you know, if you do not want to take your car to the track, then leave a comment down below, and like don't bash anybody, please. If they say like they got their car and they never want to take it to the track and for XYZ, you know, I'm just kind of curious to see what people's reasons why you don't want to go to the track. And I know like taking your car to the track for the first time can kind of be intimidating. Like you have a lot of stuff going on, you know, you got the tree, and you know, guys will like get mad at you if you roll through the water box, and you know, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. But you know, people are super friendly at the track. So if you're inexperienced and you want to go, you know, a lot of times you can just ask somebody for like, hey man, this is my first time here. What kind of suggestions you have for me? And you know, people will be happy to walk you through some very basic track etiquette, if that's the word. But hey, yeah, so hey, I appreciate y'all rocking with me with this video. Like I say, leave a comment down below of, you know, modifications you would do for this car. And also, I'm just curious, if you've never been to the track, if you're against taking your car to the track, leave a comment below and let me know why you're against it. But before I get out of here, I just want to drop this real quick. I appreciate everything, all the views, all the comments, all the likes, the chatter about the channel that you might be spreading, and I appreciate that. But if you want to support us to a higher tier, we have a membership that you can join. It's $1.99 a month. All, you know, the money that we get from these memberships are just going to, you know, projects and you know, car shows. And it's basically a loyalty badge. You get shout outs, and what we would like to do is have, like, you know, your favorite movie, you have the ending credits. We would basically have all the membership supporters of the channel shout out at the end of every video in like a montage, you know, like an end credit scene, like a Marvel end credit scene. So hey, if you can support us that way, I appreciate it. If you can't, I still appreciate y'all because you're here watching this video right now. So, yeah, thank you for your time, and until next time, God bless.